Hey everybody, Felicia with Coastal Maine here again. I am out in the garden today and it is a beautiful early April day. And it occurred to me with all the new people gardening and all the talks of victory gardens and people getting into it that maybe are a little less experienced. I want to talk about weed management. And sounds kind of silly, like people might not inherently know weed management starts right off the bat when you start gardening in the early spring. So I have a couple of things that I do to keep weeds at bay. Over here, you see the plastic, not the dogs, but the plastic that's down with the sandbags. That does two things, warms the soil, and then any weed seeds that are there germinate and die. They get smothered by the plastic. So that's a big help, but I don't do that with the whole garden. The rest of the garden or during the season, I use some tools that I want to point out. So this right here is a stirrup hoe, and basically this cultivates the top of the soil. And then this is called a wire weeder. This particular one is a multi-near from Neversink Tools. This is a fancy one, but you can see it's basically a piece of stiff wire. So if you can't get a hold of this, you could make one out of a coat hanger and that would be no problem. So real easy, if you do this, like I do it once a week for I get through the whole farm, which is more than a half an acre of cultivated space. But if you are religious about doing that, it makes weeding so much easier because you never let weeds take over. So real easy. You just drag it backwards. And if you do that in your beds once a week after it's all prepped like this, there's no bending over and weeding. It's fabulous. It's definitely the way to go. And it's the only way that I could solo farm over a half an acre is be religious about basically tickling the soil with a tool. So weed management 101. There you go. Start early.